Hello everybody, this is Joel, aka Bourbon Dingo, and welcome to episode 30 of my second series on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. During the last episode, we decided that what we wanted to do was start clearing out our line of succession, because we have our heir here, who is, there's no problem with him specifically, with the single exception that his brother is already much better than he is. So what we're going to be doing is attempting to clear him out of succession line, most likely through assassination. That's going to be the easiest way. I don't have access to send him to a church or anything of that nature. But we want him to inherit. We are going to diplomatically reject letting anyone go. Actually, hang on real fast here. He is Prince Rhys of Andalusia. He's the Duke of Reged, the Duke of Cordoba, which isn't good. We're just going to reject diplomatically. But currently what we're trying to do here is simply we're going to get rid of those. I'm not usurping anything. I'll let the actual people in the area usurp those. But what we're going to try to do is make sure that, okay, we're going to actually let my bastard be taught by my wife. I'm sure she'll be extremely happy about that. What we're going to try to do is clear up that succession line and then start pressing some more claims in England, eat up some more land from them. We're going to jump that clock up. I'm going to move my assassin into the capital. We're going to give this a go and see if we can't assassinate him. We have a 45% chance. Alright, and we have succeeded. Which is good, because we failed like 4 times, I think, last time trying to kill him. I can't remember how many times. I know I spent a lot of money. Alright, but he died, and nobody found out it was us. So now our heir is Prince Bangor. And as you can see, he's very good for a starting heir. But we're going to get that clock going again. Keep it going pretty quickly. It's hard being friends with someone more ambitious. Leave me alone. We can ignore her, and she'd like us a little bit less. Or there's a chance that we gain ambitious. We'll say it's for our own good. Alright, taking a look out here, the Byzantine Empire is still dealing with Georgia having been split off. They're still at war there, and we currently had another revolt down here, so I'm going to pause real fast. But taking a look, the Golden Horde is about to take pretty much all of this area from Ruthenia. So that's interesting. France is still a theocracy. Yes, France is still a theocracy. So that's always interesting as well. What we're going to do down here is just go and pull some troops from the various areas. Line them up, we'll throw in some decent leaders, and run with it. Okay, we still have Duke Richard of Albany, and that's because he's excommunicated. I think I'm actually going to ask if we can't lift it, which we can't. That's not really good for him, but it'll deal with it as necessary. Alright, so we have Duke Artgall is trying to claim that. I think we can go ahead and attempt to imprison him. %50 chance. We'll leave him alone for now. What we're going to do over here is merge all them and set some decent rulers into lead. Send them in to make that fight happen. Alright, we lost quite a few people in that fight, but it is over, so we're going to go ahead and disband them. Swing back out real fast. Come take a look up here. Nothing really has changed. Still trying to decide if I want to attempt to imprison him, because he doesn't really like us. He in fact really dislikes us. If I can imprison him, I can appoint someone Welsh. Because I believe the problem with his area is that he rules 2 different areas. If I were to take something away from him, I couldn't take both of these areas away from him. I could just make someone else in the series a Duke. Let's check here real fast. He's Welsh, and I'd much rather hand it off to him because he is also of our dynasty. So that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to move our... We're actually going to let it be as low as it possibly can be, and I'm going to attempt to imprison Duke Dabbit of the Isles here. Let me send it. And we succeeded, so there's little we can do beyond let him spend out his time in there. Taking a look at his heir. His heir doesn't mind us too much. And he is regularly, well, only regularly married to someone that's our kinswoman. So, nothing really good there. He's complaining about a dark cell, and we want him to go ahead and pass as fast as possible, so we're just going to throw him into the oubliette. My wife is currently pregnant, so that's good. Alright, and Duke Rodbert of Gloucester down here, I believe this, yeah, right down here, has taken the duchy title from Wiltshire, right here. Alright, since we're up to that amount, I'm going to take a look again. We have the ability now to build up to a large castle city, and we're going to do that. I'm going to forego our notion of keeping about 500 gold for just a little bit, and try to build up some new economic bonuses. As you can see, we can build another castle, large castle city in some other places. And as soon as I spent that, we can get a strong claim on the Prince Archbishopric of Northumberland. And that is relatively interesting, because that means that this is yet another theocratic area. But I don't want the whole area, I just want the one area. I believe this would give me the claim on the entire area here. And I don't want that, I just want that area. So I'm going to let it go and gain the piety for it, and we'll see if I can't get a claim on just that area. Alright, and our daughter was born. It's Marwina. Alright, Prince Rhys of Andalusia, who is one of our problems, just passed away. Alright, and the majority of the population down here in Calatrava has been changed to the Catholic faith. So we're going to go ahead and pause it real fast, because I'm going to move them down into Cordoba and get them started there. Alright, and I believe that Duchess Eadhild might fancy me. She already has plenty of children. But sure, I'll make a move. And this works because it makes sure that, and it's only one province, but it makes sure that she likes me. Okay, the jihad for Persia has failed. Alright, I'm going to pause again real fast, take a look at the factions to make sure nothing's jumping up too far. And I do have a bit of a problem right here for lowering Crown Authority up in Goodwick. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to give a little money away. That'll jump him up to that. We're also going to award him the honorary title of the Master of the Hunt. That'll keep it a bit higher here at a point. And he should disband that faction on his own. That's what I'm hoping for. Alright, we have Duke Hector of Galloway is attempting to fabricate a claim. He doesn't like us, and Galloway is a smaller area. Taking a quick look, we have Count Carrick here, who is Scottish. I don't really like the fact that he is Scottish, because we have that foreign conqueror penalty with him. I actually don't have anyone here that's actively... He has heirs already. I'm not sure where it would go in the case that he... Well, it would go down to Lawrence of Ivar here. Should probably go ahead and attempt to imprison him. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause real fast. I can attempt to imprison him. We're going to just ask that he lifts that excommunication. And I'm just going to ask that he ends the plot. I would very much like to be able to put more Welshmen in power. Because that would make them like me a little bit more. But as it stands, that's pretty much all we have. Alright, we have King Jordan of Aragon here, who very much dislikes us, but that's mostly because of us owning areas that's his de jure territory. But after we hit the first of this month, I'm going to go ahead and pause it for a couple seconds, and I'll bring us right back after the break. Alright, I'm going to pause for a couple seconds. I'll be right back after the break. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's get the clock started up again. Since we've got a little bit more money, I'm going to take a look around. We're going to go ahead and pick up... Actually, I think now I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that until I get it back up above 1,000. And then we'll start building large castle cities in the rest of our area. Coming down here, we see that in Alcantara, we have a revolt that we need to take care of. So I'm going to pause real fast. We're going to do what we always do and pull up some more troops. I'm going to have them collect here in Caceres. Combine them up. Apparently I've decided that I'm going to lead part of them for some reason. I'm not sure why here. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. And just send our best martial minds against them. Alright, and it was relatively quick. I'm going to pause and let everybody go there. Oop, sorry about that. And keep it going. Zooming out to take a quick look, we can see the Almoravid Ravid is spreading fairly heavily. Wow, this is interesting. They have completely taken Brittany here. That is not something I was expecting. So they have left from fighting with the Iberian Peninsula and taken all of Brittany. So there are Muslims in the place of Brittany right now. That's really interesting. Golden Horde is... once they win this one, they will have taken all of Ruthenia away from the east and forced them over into over here. That's interesting as well. Sweden seems larger than normal, but that's because Norway hasn't reformed yet. Okay. Coming down here, we can see that I have gained a claim on the Prince Bishopric of Durham. So we're going to go ahead and take that claim. We have a child. It's going to be him. And one of our bishops wants to train him, and I'm not going to have that. He's actually a very good bishop. But I want to train him myself. Very tempted to just find someone Welsh with a really good stat set and send them off, but I'm not sure I want to do that. I might send him to him. He'll remain Welsh, and there's a lot of good benefits from here. Or I could do it and make sure he gets good benefits. Believe he's better than me. Yeah. Altogether, he's better than me, and would ensure that he's at least getting trained by somebody with a level 4 education trait. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll hand him off to... Where did he go? Bishop Tie-Dye. Tidy. What have you. Alright, we're going to keep that going. Still find it exceptionally interesting that right here this has occurred. If I was really forward thinking, I'd go ahead and just declare war on him. Alright, we're sure he's not a heretic. Declare war on them and take that for Wales. In fact, I might just have to do that. Let's go ahead and pause it real fast. I think I'm going to come down here and I'm going to declare a holy war for Brittany. We're going to call in anyone willing to join us. And that's good right there. The Duke Oswald of Normandy right there will join us. But in this instance, what we're going to do is we're going to send all of our troops. Part of it may seem like overkill here, but it's something I want to have occur. One of the problems is going to be this area down here, but I'm going to be completely honest that I don't exceptionally care about the area here in the Iberian Peninsula. After I take care of this, I may go ahead and send troops down to help that area, but I'm very interested in getting this fixed. Okay, I need 70 ships right there. 44, 51. Okay, so that's 70. We're sending them all into there. Alright, taking everybody down here in the south. We're going to need 152 ships. That's 39. 47, 67. 88. 303. 129. How much was it I needed? Like 150. Yeah, 152 ships. I do not remember the amount of ships I was supposed to have, so we're going to go ahead and let the clock move forward as it is. Do see a little bit of trouble with the 131 ships I just saw heading down that way. I'm hoping I can get everybody together before we have too much of an issue here. Alright, I need 120 ships right here. What I may be doing is shipping them over in portions. As much as I don't want to do that, I may be doing that. Alright, I have everybody here. We're going to go ahead and get them together. Take a look over here, get them together. Go ahead and set some good leaders of this set. Embark them and get them at least into this first area. We are going to take all of this area, combine them, throw in a couple of good leaders, remove myself from the fray, after we get these guys off, I see them land. We're going to send these guys back up to here and combine them with this. Oops. Combine them with these guys, because we are going to go ahead and embark them, get them down here as well. Alright, our intrigue has gone up a little bit here. And what we're going to do is pull these guys off, send them into just another area. Then we're going to run our guys up to here and pick up these ones. Bind them together, go ahead and run them into the area, because that's what I meant to do. Embark them, get them down as well. As you can see, we got a group that we need to start watching, so I'm going to drop the speed down a little bit. As you can see, we have them gathering right here. One of the problems this may end up happening is I may need to go just search them down real fast, and I believe what I'm going to do is get my guys into this group here. They'll be suffering from some attrition for a little bit, but I should be able to go find them. Taking a look real fast, we go ahead and put them together. Send these guys back up here, just into port for a little bit. Now I'm going to go see if I can't hunt down this big stack that's occurring up here. Jump our speed back up to normal. Alright, one of the issues is that now I don't see them around me at all. So I'm still hoping that they don't collect too heavily in that area, but I can't promise that that's actually going to be the occurrence. For now, I'm going to run my guy up here, start the siege of this area. I don't believe I'm going to be doing any assaults. But I'm going to make sure I get a couple holdings down. Alright, we just had a guardian pass away. Let's send her to be educated by the age of 10. I'll pick up her education. As you can see, they moved that big stack they had down into this area. And that's because it's Norman army, plus they went ahead and they pulled some of the holy armies with them. So they've been running away from the holy armies because Normandy has actually picked them up. So that's actually working very well in our favor. Alright, Duke Tudwell up here has been excommunicated again, so we're going to go ahead and sue for his... Alright, we're going to send a little bit of gold over here. That way we can ask him to join us, and he will join us at that point. Alright, as you can see, Aberfraw's up to 25 gold per itself at this point, which really works for us. Okay, we are still assaulting this area, and alright, we now have a bit of an issue here. They have a large group right here against us, and I'm going to go ahead and send my guys in to clear them out. Okay, we also gained the Falconer trait. Don't like... They seem to be breaking now a little bit. Alright, there we go. It's going to be important to see just how many of their troops we've killed off. One of the major problems is that we really haven't killed enough of them, but I am going to keep chasing them. We're going to keep clearing out a few of their troops each time from these areas. Alright, we killed a mayor. Let's pause real fast, because we also captured another. Alright, and as we can see, they're now moving over here into this area. And like I said, I'm going to keep following them for a second. What I'd like to do is make sure that they don't have enough troops to actually assault any of my areas. Let's pause real fast, because we have now captured another. I'm actually getting quite a few people. Apparently have captured a mercenary leader as well. Alright. I'm going to stay in this area for a couple seconds and let their morale go up. Alright, we have a merchant caravan that's come by. And he's basically going to offer us the service of a eunuch. We're going to allow it. Alright. Their morale has gone up a little bit, so we're going to keep chasing them down. This will allow us to kill off a few more of their people. Alright, they're down to about 2,000. And we're going to chase them one more time, and I'm going to call it on my chases at that point. Because what that'll do for us... Actually, that apparently killed them, so that works for us. I'm going to move back in and start taking this area once again. They seem to have sent everyone up, though they are sending a large force finally into our area down here. I'm not sure if they're going to be taking anything in this area, or if what's going to occur there, but I'm going to gladly give them some of those areas currently. My goal is completely, right now, this area. So what I'm going to do is take a look here real fast, and it appears, if I'm not mistaken, that I've already gotten both the areas, because the city is controlled by Pisa. Not a big fan of that, but I'll take it. So we're going to send our guy back over here into Lyon. I think I'm going to start my assaults. This episode is going to run a little long, and I do apologize for that, but I'd like to get quite a bit of this done if possible. As you can see, most of these places are still depleted from whenever they took it, so this shouldn't be too difficult. 120 ships, there we go. As you can see, they just moved another large group in. I'm going to pull out real fast. As you can see, it's not from this area, so that's the only problem I'm currently having, is that they have a lot of troops. Alright, my daughter is bragging currently. So we're going to quietly encourage her to be bragging. And take a quick gander at my heir, who's actually turning out fairly decent. Not great, but fairly decent. I'll keep this going. You can already see that we have 50% of our war score. So I may be able to continue capturing these areas within here, and we should be able to force him to surrender at that point. Before we chase him anymore, I'm going to go ahead and assault these few areas. As you can see, very short amounts, very small amount here. The eunuch that we had is a better spy master than the one that we currently have, and he is completely loyal to us. So not only are we going to award him the court eunuch title, we're also going to make him our spy master. Sounds a lot like Game of Thrones. Make the eunuch your spy master. Oh, yes, we will make him our spy master. Duke Artgal really doesn't like me to begin with. Population in Caceres has changed over to the Catholic faith. That was not where we were currently at, so somebody else actually accomplished that, which works for me. Swinging back up to here, we were assaulting a few areas real fast. As you can see, we're already up to an 82% war score. Not sure. We may be able to offer him peace. He is not going to accept yet. Alright. Duke Artgal here has immediately turned around and started trying to fabricate a claim. I'm going to go ahead and hold off until this war is over before I start pressing that. But as you can see, what I did while I was taking this over is their morale built up, which means that they'll remain in combat for a longer period of time, meaning more people will actually die in combat. So it's a little bit more, I want to say cost effective, I suppose, in chasing them down. We're going to go ahead and assault a few of these holdings one more time. I'm going to try to get that war score up to enough where they just go ahead and say, you know, fine, take it. We don't even want it. Alright, I'm going to pause real fast. I just got another notification of an ally that I can call in. I'm not going to call him in, but I did just hit 100% war score. So we are going to enforce our demands and take the Duchy of Brittany. We're going to immediately turn around and get rid of that area. You're no longer in combat. I'm going to go ahead and disband these guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call it. Basically, all I'm going to be doing before the next episode is actually I'm going to create the Kingdom of Brittany here while you guys are around. I'll at least do that much. So now King Neil of Wales is also the King of Brittany. So I have the King of Andalusia, the Kingdom of Wales, the Kingdom of Goodwick and Cardiff, which is basically Ireland and Scotland. So I've got quite a few kingdoms under my belt right now. But we're going to go ahead and back off of that. I'm going to hit X real fast here. I'm going to consider maybe imprisoning him at some point. I can usurp a title of the Duchy of Brittany, though I'm not sure who has the Duchy of Brittany if it's not me. So what I'm going to do real fast before I let you guys go is take a look and see where he actually is. This appears to be a completely... Oh, so this is actually the Duchy of Brittany down here right now. It's this one little area right here. I can't offer vassalization because he's currently at war, but we'll go ahead and usurp that when our time comes around. But like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hand out my new holdings, and I will see you during the next episode after I've taken care of that. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.